Good evening. Good evening. Boy, is it great to see all of you here tonight. What a great crowd for an event that you are going to remember for a long time, I promise. Tonight in your program, you will see a card that asks for your email address and your address. We would like for you to come back. And so we're trying to build our mailing list for future Joyful Noise concerts here at Grace. So we would love for you to fill that out and leave it in the baskets in the back on your way out tonight. By the way, my name's Jeff Daubenmire. I have the pleasure of serving this congregation as director of music. I've been here a little bit over a year, and you're going to get to hear me play a little bit tonight, which I am delighted to get to do with these two fine performers. We're very pleased that our concerts here are free to the public, and we welcome everybody to come. But if you would like to make a contribution toward this or other future concerts, you'll have the opportunity to do that afterwards tonight in the baskets there on your way out if you'd like to do that. We would appreciate any support you'd like to provide us. So in 2013, I saw a show at the Ohio Theater called Jersey Boys. And I bet a lot of you were there too. It was at the Ohio Theater almost 9 years ago. And after the show, I met the actor who played Frankie Valli. And I had no idea then that he would end up living in Columbus, be a friend of this congregation, and sings at other churches and has done a lot of performing here in Columbus. He's here tonight with his best friend from college. They both went to Carnegie Mellon, and you'll hear a lot more about that tonight. So we really look forward to having them here and also having them come back sometime in the future. So without any further ado, will you help me give a big welcome to Erika Strasburg and Nick Cosgrove.
So, as Jeff introduced us already, my name is Nick Cosgrove.
And I'm his best friend, Erika Strasburg.
And welcome to some Enchanted evening. First, we want to give a big thank you to Fred Fans, who makes all of the magic happen here at Grace Lutheran. And we want to thank Eric Bush in the back, who is making us sound fantastic with all of our sound equipment here. Thank you, Eric. And we also want to thank everyone here tonight. You are making this evening possible, so thank you for joining us tonight. And we couldn't do it all without the incredible Jeff Daubenmire here, who will be accompanying us.
Nick and I, at this point in our careers, have been lucky to work with some of the best accompanists in the biz, and after this great experience, we've had such a great weekend here. Jeff is definitely added to that list. And we would love to bring him on the road with us, but we won't because we know you need him here, so we'll let him stay.
Gotta keep him here. Erika and I have dreamed of doing a cabaret-style concert like this ever since we first met our freshman year at Carnegie Mellon University 16 years ago.
Yeah.
Long time, long friendship.
So Nick and I, we've been through a lot together, and we're excited to share tonight with you some of the stories of our friendship, and we're going to sing some of Broadway's most famous classics and some of Broadway's biggest hits.
So to start us off, long before landing on Broadway in 2013, the classic tale of Cinderella was written and composed by Rodgers and Hammerstein for a television broadcast in 1957, starring Julie Andrews. 10 minutes ago is a song introduced in Act 1, just after Cinderella and the prince have first met at the ball. 10 minutes ago I met you. I looked down when you came through the door. My head started reeling, you gave me the feeling the room had no ceiling or floor.
10 minutes ago I met you, and we murmured our how-do-you-dos. I wanted to ring out the bells and fling out my arms and to sing out the news.
I have found her, she's an angel, with the dust of the stars in her eyes.
We are dancing, we are flying, and he's taking me back to the skies.
like it so well that for all I can tell, I may never come down again. I may never come down to earth again.
10 minutes ago I saw you. I looked up when I came through the door. My head started reeling. You gave me the feeling the room had no ceiling or floor.
10 minutes ago I met you, and we murmured our holiday dues. I wanted to ring out the bells and fling out my arms and to sing out the news.
I have found him. He's an angel with the dust of the stars in his eyes.
We are dancing, we are flying, and she's taking me back to the skies.
In the arms of my love I'm flying over mountain and meadow and glen. And I like it so well that for all I can tell, I may never come down again. I may never come down to earth
So, one of the first things that Erika ever said to me our freshman year was, you know, you'd make a good Tony in West Side Story. And I was like, oh my God, it's been my dream role my whole life. So she won me over from day one of saying I could play Tony. So this next piece, Something's Coming, is sung by Tony in Act 1 as he dreams about what the future might hold for him. Could be, who knows? There's something to any day, I will know right away, soon as it shows. It may come cannonballing down to the sky, gleaming its eye, bright as a rose. Who knows? It's only just out of reach, down the block, on a beach, under a tree. I got a feeling there's a miracle due, gonna come true, coming to me. Could it be? Yes, it could. Something's coming, something good. If I can wait, something's coming. I don't know what it is, but it is gonna be great. With a click, with a shock, phone jingle, door will knock. Open the latch. Something's coming, don't know when, but it soon catch the moon, one-handed catch. Around the corner, whistling down the river. Come on, deliver to me. Will it be? Yes, it will. Maybe just by holding still, it will be there. Come on, something, come on in, don't be shy, meet a guy, pull up a chair. The air is humming, and something great is coming. Who knows? It's only just out of reach, down the block on a beach. Maybe tonight, maybe tonight, maybe tonight.
So my first professional lead after college was Mariah in Sound of Music, and I really wanted to prove that I could carry such a big show. I was only 23, I was so nervous, and I would call Nick after rehearsal every day. And we would kind of rehash what had happened. I would vent to him about what I had messed up. And I had some really frustrating days. And yellow is our favorite color. We love yellow. We've always loved yellow. So he would tell me to go outside and find something yellow, take a walk, find some yellow things, and send a picture of it to him. And he couldn't come to the show because he was in a show of his own. But opening night, I walked into my dressing room, and there were 24 yellow roses on my stand. And without even looking at the card, I knew that Nick was with me in spirit. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, light copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wing. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
So at school, we realized that our bond was pretty rare and special. Our freshman year, we were assigned to do a scene together in acting class where I played Arthur Miller and Erika played Marilyn Monroe. It was way out of our comfort zones, to say the least.
We spent weeks working on this because we're both type A nerds, and we really wanted that A, and it was so bad. It was so bad. And freshman year. We spent those weeks just laughing so much and working so hard together that we credit that time with when we really knew that this friendship would be for life. I don't need you to sell me on reasons to want you. I don't need you to search for the proof that I should. You don't have to convince me. You don't have to be scared you're not enough. 'Cause what we can be good with all that. I don't need more reminders of all that's been broken. I don't need you to fix what I'd rather forget. Clear the slate and start over. Try to quiet the noises in your head. 'Cause we can't compete with all that. So what if it's us? What if it's us and
us and only us, and what came before won't count anymore. Man, can we try that? It's not so impossible. Nobody else but the two of us here. You're saying it's possible.
We can just watch the whole world disappear.
Still, you're the only one I still know how to see. It's just you and me.
It'll be us, and only us. And what came before won't count anymore. We can try that. You and me, that's all that we need to be.
And the rest of the world falls away.
And the rest of the world falls away. The world falls away. The world falls away. And it's only us.
For those of you who weren't familiar with that song, it is from a musical called Dear Evan Hansen that is still currently playing on Broadway. They actually just made a movie version of it starring Ben Platt. Somehow, after 16 years of friendship, I had never actually seen where Erika grew up until recently. I took a trip out to her hometown of Doylestown, Pennsylvania. I finally got to see her childhood home, which is a beautiful, beautiful house from the 1800s. So in a true My Fair Lady fashion, strolling through the perfectly quaint town, it felt like something out of a storybook, walking on the street where you live.
I picked this one.
I have often walked down the street before, but the pavement always stayed beneath my feet before. All at once am I several stories high, knowing I'm on the street where you live. Or there lie the trees in the heart of town. Can you hear a lark in any other part of town? Does enchantment pour out of every door? No, it's just on the street where you live. And oh, the towering feeling, just to know somehow you are near. The overpowering feeling that any second you may suddenly appear. People stop and stare, they don't want me, for there's nowhere else on earth that I would rather be. Let the time go by, I won't care if I can be here on the street where you
So Nick and I are both very lucky in that we have very supportive parents. Mine are here tonight. They drove in from Philly to come see this concert. They're so sweet. And Nick's family and my family, we all love Les Mis. Nick saw the Broadway tour when it came through Chicago, sitting in between his parents, and then Nick played Marius in high school, and famously his mom cut a hole in her purse and illegally recorded it.
She's
hole.
sitting in the audience, and she had literally cut this hole in her purse, and she's like trying not to have anyone next to her seeing it. And
Full camcorder in there.
I'm like, Mom, you're gonna get arrested. You can't
Yeah.
film a production like this, even if it's at high school. It's against the law.
Yeah, we don't recommend. We don't recommend.
Don't tell anyone.
Yeah. And Les Mis was one of the first shows that my parents took me to. I was 8 years old, which might seem young for Les Mis, but I remember I sat in between them, my mom on one side and my dad on the other, and I watched just the most beautiful thing I had ever seen, and I knew I had to be up there one day. There was a time when men were kind, when their voices were soft, and their words inviting. There was a time when love was blind, and the world was a song, and the song was exciting. There was a time, then it all went wrong. I dreamed a dream in time gone by, when hope was high and life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving. Then I was young and unafraid, and dreams were made and used and wasted. There was no ransom to be paid, no song unsung, no wine untasted. But the tigers come at night, with their voices soft as thunder, as they tear your hope apart, as they turn your dream to shame. He slept a summer by my side. He filled my days with endless wonder. He took my childhood in his stride, but he was gone when autumn came. And still I dream he'll come to me, that we will live the years together. But there are dreams
gets me every time. All right, let's lighten the mood a little bit. Has anyone here ever seen the musical Grease? We figured you might have.
So if Nick and I were going to be typecast in college, it would have been as Danny and Sandy. Nick is a great dancer with this hair, and he's a pop tenor. And I was pretty innocent and could wear a poodle skirt. But we are especially grateful to be singing this song tonight in honor of Olivia Newton-John, who we lost last week, who paved the way for so many women in our industry.
I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control, 'cause the power that you're supplying is electrifying.
Shape up, 'cause I need a man, and my heart is set on you. You better shape up, you better understand. To my heart I must be true.
Nothing left for me.
You're the one that I want, you are the one I want. You're the one that I want, you are the one I want. You're the one that I want, you are the one I want. What I need, oh yes indeed. If you're filled with affection, you're too shy to convey. Meditate in my direction. Feel your way.
Shape up, 'cause you need a man.
I need a man who can keep me satisfied.
I better shape up if I'm gonna prove.
You better prove that my faith is justified. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure I'm deep inside. You're the one that I want. You are the one I want. You're the one that I want. You are the one I want. You're the one that I want. You are the one I want. What I need, oh yes indeed. You're the one that I want. You are the one I want. You're the one that I want. You are the one I want. You're the one that I want. You are the one I want. What I need, oh yes indeed. You're the one that I want. Okay, so Nick and I have lived in a lot of places, and we've never, after college, lived in the same spot. So he moved to New York, I moved to Philly, I moved to Pittsburgh, he moved to Chicago, he moved to Columbus, I moved to New Jersey. We're all over the place. But we've always really tried to stay in each other's lives and really stay connected day to day. And one of the ways that we do that is after we see a movie or a show, we'll call each other and we'll give our reviews, and we'll see if we match up, if we both liked it or if we didn't, what we both liked, what we didn't like.
So the most recent time that this happened was with the new version of West Side Story, directed by Steven Spielberg. We both called each other right after we had seen it and agreed hands down that they did a phenomenal job.
They're
of
so
course,
good.
it's not the original, but they did a phenomenal job. So once again, from the hit musical West Side Story, this next piece is the forever classic, Maria.
The most beautiful sound I ever heard. Maria, 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 Maria. All the beautiful sounds of the world in a single word. Maria, 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 Maria. Maria, Maria, Maria. I've just met a girl named Maria, and suddenly that name will never be the same. suddenly I found how wonderful a sound can be. Maria, say it loud and there's music playing. Say it soft and it's almost like praying. Maria, I'll never stop saying Maria. It's almost like praying. Maria, I'll never stop saying Maria. The most beautiful sound I ever heard. Maria.
After college, Nick and I signed with the same agent, and she is an absolute bulldog. Her name is Teresa, and
She's a wonderful woman.
she's a wonderful woman. She's who
But she'll
you
fight
want.
for you.
Yeah, she's who you want for an
That's what we
agent.
mean by bulldog.
Yeah, she's who you want for an agent, for sure. And Nick's first Broadway audition was for Jersey Boys, and I was down the street at Pearl Studios doing my first Broadway audition, which was Phantom of the Opera, and they had me sing this. You are once my one companion. You were all that mattered. You are once a friend and father. Then my world was shattered. Wishing you were somehow here again. Wishing you were somehow near. Sometimes it seemed if I just dreamed, somehow you would be here. Wishing I could hear your voice again, knowing that I never
we say
And next, of course, we had to sing the title of our show from Rodgers and Hammerstein, South Pacific. This is Some Enchanted Evening.
Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you know even there that somewhere you see her again and again.
Some enchanted evening, someone may be laughing. You may hear him laughing across a crowded room, and night after night, as strange as it seems, the sound of his laughter will sing in your dreams. Who can explain it? Who can tell you why?
Fools give him reasons, wise men never try.
Some enchanted evening, when you find your true love, when you feel him on you across a crowded room, then fly to his side and make him your own. All through your life you may dream
Once you have found her, never let her go.
Once you have found her, never let her go.
So, one of the best days of our friendship was when Nick called to tell me that he had booked Jersey Boys on Broadway. I screamed, I cried, I jumped, I danced, I fell on the floor. It all happened. And it was just one of those things that I knew in my bones was going to happen the first time I saw him perform freshman year. And I wish you all could have seen him as Frankie Valli. He was just perfection. I will never forget his opening night on Broadway. I sat next to our agent, Teresa, and his mom and his dad, and we all just sobbed watching his dream come true.
They say the neon lights are bright on Broadway.
On Broadway,
They say there's always magic in the air.
on Broadway,
But when you're walking down the street and you ain't had any
So this next piece is the first song that I sung live in New York City at 54 Below, which is a famous cabaret spot. It was a few blocks from Nick's first New York apartment, and a few blocks from our favorite cupcake place, a few blocks from our favorite sushi place, our favorite pasta place. It was all, it was all right there in the same 5 blocks. Our early days in New York City together were just so much fun. Hopefully there's more, because it's the best city. And we've seen a lot of incredible shows together through the years, but one that we won't forget is watching Jessie Mueller play Carole King in Beautiful, singing this song. You've got to get up every morning with a smile on your face and show the world all the love in your heart. And people gonna treat you better, you're gonna find, yes you will, that you're beautiful as you feel. Waiting at the station with the workday wind blowing, I got nothing to do but watch the passers-by. Mirrored in their faces, I see frustration growing, and they don't see it showing. Why do I? You got to get up every morning with a smile on your face and show the world all the love in your heart. The people gonna treat you better, you're gonna find, yes you will, that you're beautiful as you feel. I have often asked myself the reason for the sadness in a world where tears are just a lullaby. If there's any answer, maybe love can end the madness, maybe not, oh, but we can only try. You've got to get up every morning with a smile on your face and show the world all the love in your heart. Yeah, people gonna treat you better, you're gonna find, yes you will, that you're beautiful, you're beautiful as you
Erika and I have been there for all of each other's biggest moments. Opening nights, birthdays, family events, weddings.
Yeah, all of them, and hopefully more to come. We really have tried so hard to make the big stuff, even though we're far apart, and so far we've done a good job. And FYI, if you want to invite us to your wedding, rest assured we will be the first and the last on the dance floor. Bed, I couldn't go to bed. My head's too light to try to set it down. Sleep, I couldn't sleep tonight. Not for all the jewels in the crown. I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night and still have begged for more. I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things I've never done before. I'll never know what made it so exciting. Why all at once my heart took flight. I only know when he began to dance with me. I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night and still have begged for more. I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things I've never done before. I'll never know what made it so exciting.
greatest hits on Broadway since 2003 and still going strong is the powerhouse musical Wicked. For Good is one of the most signature songs about friendship in the show, and the lyrics really do speak for themselves on this one.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes a sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
It will make me that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my arm. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant world. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you,
because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
and just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for.
But
spent 3 years of my life performing with the musical Jersey Boys. I was with the first and second on national tours for about 2 years, and then I joined the Broadway cast for about a year. And Erika was there every step of the way, as she's mentioned earlier. She was my first phone call after I had my first audition. She was my first phone call after I booked the national tour. She was my first phone call after I booked the show on Broadway. She has always been there as my rock through good times and bad times, on stage and off. But I don't think that it would be fair to do this concert without throwing a couple Jersey Boys songs in. So, y'all want to hear a couple? Here's what they call the Big Three. Other seasons. Sherry baby, Sherry baby, Sherry, can you come out tonight?
Why don't you come on
to my twist party?
Come on,
where the bright moon shines.
Come on,
we'll dance the night away. I'm gonna make it.
Sherry baby,
Sherry, can you come out tonight?
Come out tonight.
Come out tonight. Big girls don't cry. Big girls don't cry. Big girls don't cry.
Silly boy,
but she would call my bluff.
Silly boy.
Then she said to my surprise, big girls don't cry. Big girls don't cry.
They don't cry.
Big girls don't cry.
You said they don't cry.
Baby,
pretty girl.
Shame on you, your mama said.
Silly girl.
Shame on you, you're crying in bed.
Silly girl.
Shame on you, you told a lie. Big girls do cry. Big girls don't cry.
They don't cry.
Big girls don't cry.
That's just an alibi.
Telling dirty lies to my friends. My own father said, give her up, don't bother. The world isn't coming to an end.
He said it.
Walk like a man, talk like a man, walk like a man by side.
you'll be crying on account of all your lying. So yeah, just look who's laughing now. I'm gonna walk like a man, fast as I can. Walk like a man from you. I tell the world, forget about it, girl, and walk like a man from you. Oh, couldn't do it without the 3 other seasons. Come on, give it up for Jeff. Thank you all so much. This has been so much fun getting to share our stories with you and all of this music with you. What do you say? Do you want to hear one more? Yeah? All right. So this next one is from the incomparable Carole King. This is You've Got a Friend.
Take your soul if you winter, spring, summer, or fall. All you have to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. You've got a friend.
Ain't it good to know you've got a friend?
Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? You've got a
Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you.
Thank you.